Hey everyone, how's everybody doing today? Yes, 3 videos in a row. Yeah, I'm kind of amazed at myself. I got this abundance of energy and just felt I had to get some things out. Welcome to another episode of Gabriel Corner Food for Thought. This right here is back on the ascension and awakening process. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say before I get into this video, how can you be talking about child abuse and stuff like that and then go into talking about men are kings and women are goddesses? Well, you gotta fucking deal with the it's good and bad in all this. Period. Okay? Do you want me to give you a bunch of fluff and leave out all the bad shit that's going on in the world, or do you want me to give you both? You know, because we have to deal with both. We get both in our life. Every life is not fucking roses. Then again, life is not always a can of shit either. Now, if you are going through the awakening process, not sure if you're going to awaken this process, or not sure if you're ascending, not sure of anything, here are some things. Is your life getting disrupted? Is things getting disrupted? You know, one day you're up here and everything is like, oh, okay, everything's cool, everything's better. And then it's like, what the fuck just happened? Where the fuck did that come from? I thought everything was going smoothly. What the hell? Listen. When you're going awakening process, you're dealing with something that a lot of us have never dealt with before. That's going in and dealing with our souls, and it's bringing up all the shit a part of us that don't fucking belong. It can be relationships, it can be matters in life, it could be money, it could be whatever it may be. Not saying those things are never coming back, and sometimes those things will be leaving and better things will be coming in. But if you are, oh, and one other thing, and I have to really say and address this, is the simple fact is, I may be all love and light, but I take no shit, and that's how we have to be. I don't take shit. Okay, you throw mud at me, you know, you get what you give. You know, and a lot of times you get it back in karma. The universe gives it back to you. If you're dishing out bad mojo, you're going to get back bad mojo. It may not catch up with you today, may not catch up with you tomorrow, or may not even catch up with you a week or a year from now, but you're going to get it. But if you're dishing out good mojo, the same effect. May not get it today, you may not get it tomorrow, may not get it next week, but it's going to come. Now, I challenge all of you, and I encourage, not challenge, but encourage, because I don't hate the word challenge, because it makes like you're in a confrontation, you're in a competition with someone, and this is not really a competition. I encourage everyone to, when you get a chance, find a quiet spot. You know, because I went through this in prison, and it wasn't exactly a quiet spot, and I always said if I could ever help anyone, I would. And this is how I'm helping people. It doesn't mean I have to be around you. It doesn't mean I have to be in your face. It doesn't mean I have to be sitting right beside you. It doesn't mean I have to live in your household. It means that just listen. Listen to yourself. Listen to your inner self. And this is what helped me. Go somewhere. Find somewhere quiet. Possibly listening to music. Put some headphones on. Quiet your mind. Silence it. And look within and start asking yourself questions like, who am I? What is my purpose? What makes me happy? Am the things I'm doing or living, is it really me? Is it really what I want, or is it what other people expect of me? And am I happy with my job? Am I happy in this relationship that I'm in? Or if you're in a relationship, and start quieting your mind and go in, breathe, listen to that little soft voice that we call it instincts. You know, when your instincts tell you something and you're like, and you kind of brush it off, and then the shit happens and you think, man, I should have fucking listened to myself. That same thing. Quiet yourself in listening to that. You know, go in and listen to that, quiet your mind, and just breathe. Listen to your heart, listen to your heart pump. You will start hearing yourself. And yes, when you're doing that, you're going to think you're crazy. It's like, is this me saying this? Is my mind saying this? Or is this actually something saying this to me? No, it's your soul talking to you. And that's what we should be listening to, because your soul knows more than what any individual outside of you can tell you or can direct you. and that's including the Bible. I'm sorry, Christians, and I'm sorry, Catholics. I know you're high in your faith, and I know you're strong believers, and you will find a lot of times that, just listen to yourself. That's where you find it, and you're probably wondering why a lot of things are getting disrupted in the world today, and you have questions, and this is part of the awakening, because everybody is awakening. Some people are not even aware of it, and a lot of things are getting drudged up. A lot of things that people are dealing with are things that come from past lifetimes, because just because you physically wasn't here all those years, centuries, billions of eons ago, your soul has always been here, and it remembers all that, and it's bringing all that shit up, and you're reacting to it, and you're acting it out, and you're like, what the fuck? And you may flip from anger, or emotionally you're crying, or frustrated with someone, and you have no idea why, and you don't even know why. You're just doing things because you're just doing them, and you don't know why. Prime example: when I was in prison, I went through this spell where I was like angry all the time. I just wanted to be pissed off. I was yelling and barking at people all the time, and it was like, this is not me. This is not who I am. Why am I even doing this? And then I had to figure out that it was just bringing up a lot of fucking shit. Shit of my own shit that I was doing before I went to prison. Shit that happened to me in the past. Past lifetimes. And it was just drudging all this up. And you see it in the world. It shows you that there's only so much a person can hold within and not let it out and not face it. And it's asks you to face it. And that's what we're facing in this world today, with our politicians, with what's going on at the border, what's going on in the world, all this violence. You might even hear sirens going on all the time. It's a lot of things just being brought to the surface, a lot of chaos, because we're dredging all that chaos and all that bullshit and all that negativity and all that nasty, goopy tar shit out of us, emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually. Spiritually is the main part. That's the part, the spiritual part, that is being drudged up out of us, and to asking us to face it. No longer act like it's just abstract, or it's isolated, or it's happening somewhere. It's asking us to start kind of doing something about it. And doing something about it isn't always in the physical. Sometimes it starts from within, and then you got to start being vocalized about it. And that's what I'm doing. That's why a lot of my stuff recently has been about, child abuse and child sexual neglect within the highest realms of our society. Because it's not right. Because our children, they come in this world innocent, and a lot of people don't understand that they come in here much more aware than we give them credit for. And when you do those things to children, you don't know how it's corrupting and how that affects them later on in life. And it does. Emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, especially if it's sexual, because they hold that in because they feel that it's right, and it's not right. And there's a lot of things in this world that we deem or may say that, or we believe it is right because others do it, or it's been in our family for generations, or whatever it may be. And you have to ask yourself these questions. Am I living out this or doing whatever I'm doing, which morally and solely I know is wrong, but it's been in my family for years, and it's going to ask you to face that. And you have to face it. You don't have to. You can run from it. I mean, it's your choice. But it's asking you. But your soul's asking you. It's not me asking you. It's no one else asking you. It's your soul asking you. Because your soul wishes to be free. Your soul is like a child, and that's why things get so corrupt and trash, because it's trying to get your attention. Your attention. Like, I believe that's what's been happening with me, and why I've been guided to talk about things like this and about what's going on in our world and things like that. It's because my inner child has been grudging it up and has been kicking my ass and fucking shit up and stopping and sending roadblocks in my way for me to finally come out and start talking again, because I shut down and I wasn't talking. And in my last couple of videos, my videos before recently, I was kind of all over the place and didn't really have a really place to go. I was rehashing a bunch of the same fucking shit and then getting in the fucking disputes with people that have different points of view than me. And the thing is, we're allowed to have different points of view from each other, and it's okay that that you don't understand and you don't quite like the things I'm saying. So I'm telling you, don't listen to me, just listen to these guided steps. Find a quiet place. If you can't, try to make time. Make time. It's always some kind of time for you to get away mentally. Sometimes you can't always get away physically, but get away mentally. Get out in nature. And I keep repeating this, nature is a very, very important part. But it's not solely on nature, because, you could be anywhere to quiet your mind. That's why I always tell people, choose music. Anything that vibes, resonate with you. If you have a playlist, put it on shuffle and just let it go. And you will start noticing that a lot of these songs actually talk to your inner self, your inner soul. It's the reason why these songs were drawn to you. Sometimes cut out less of television. And I say television because television tries to gives us a warped sense of what reality is, especially when what's going on today with everything, between MK Ultra and everything like that, and a lot of things talking about TVs and the 5G internet is actually causing cancer. I just seen something about that, but this is not about this. Not about this. It's about you getting in touch with yourself, harmonizing with your soul, with your higher power, with the universe, with God. Because God, pieces of God is in you, and He will, or she will, talk to you. And so will angels, so will your spirit guides, and so will other beings. You don't have to believe this, just check it out for yourself. Because I've said it once and I've said it again. No individual outside of you can really tell you who the fuck you are and what you're destined for. They can't. Only you can. Only you can. And it has to come from inside the heart, because the heart is the only thing that cannot lie to you. When you feel love for someone, when you feel compassion, when you feel a strong sense for an animal or a person, a child, or anything like that, that's from the heart. And it doesn't mean that just because you feel that you and this person are destined to be together or have a sexual relationship or anything like that. It's just showing you the fact that there's love there, that there is love there, and for you to feel that love and to recognize and to honor the fact that you have that love. But you have to start loving yourself, and then loving yourself means you have to detach sometimes from things that don't align with you anymore. And you'll be like, what the fuck, I used to like to do this and now I no longer like doing this, and what the fuck, and you try to go back to it and it's like, oh, what the hell's wrong with me? And it's not that anything is wrong with you, it's just that you're growing, you're evolving, and you're moving past certain things that is no longer in line for you. Does it mean that you completely cut out playing video games? No. Does it mean you completely cut out watching TV? No. Does it mean you completely cut out certain individuals in your life? In some cases, yes. In some cases, no. But please, we're all in this together. We're all connected in this. And as you can see in the world, the things that are going on is showing you that we are connected, because this is something we all have to kind of face and recognize. And it's drudging up the shadows. And in our world, there's something called a shadow government, and that are doing things that for years that are not right. And we going to accept that and stay quiet and put our heads in the sand and act like it doesn't exist? Or are we going to be able to face that harsh reality that, hey, this is going on, and do I really want to accept it? How far else is this going? It makes you become a seeker. It makes you start asking questions that perhaps at one point in time you were afraid to question, or others are afraid to question, or you're afraid to simply say anything because you feel what others may say, think, and feel about you. Don't, because you're doing what's best for you. You're getting with your soul or with God. You know, prime example: people that have lived crazy lives, and all of a sudden you're born again and you start going to church. Now a lot of your old friends will start saying, "What the fuck, man? You used to do all this. How the hell are you going to become a churchgoer? How the hell are you going to talk about praising God and love God and all this other stuff?" And they mock you. Some accept you, but they start mocking you. It's the same thing, only you're just taking it one step further from the organized religions of the world and going into a much deeper, personal, hands-on relationship that is already inside every single being on this planet. Every single being. And it will show you that you're both light and dark. There is no separation. We harbor both within us. And it will show you that through a lot of your actions. And you have to start to question yourself, is like, why am I really doing this to this person? Why am I treating this person in some way? Why am I, isolating this person? What is the reason? Has this person really done anything to me or against me? No, not really. So why am I treating this person differently? Why am I making fun of this person? Why am I going out of my way to antagonize an individual that is minding their own business, that is not harming anyone? The only thing he's doing is just saying things that, hey, maybe I don't agree with, maybe I don't understand, or maybe I'm just afraid to face. So quiet your mind, listen to music, try to get into nature, and listen to your heart. Those are things I ask you to do. Encourage you to do, not ask. Encourage you to do. And if you start doing this practice, and do it any chance you get, doesn't matter if it's 5, 10, 15 minutes, it will start helping and you'll start seeing a little change. It doesn't mean everything in your life is going to get 100% better overnight, like a snap of a hat, but you will start seeing a little change in how you talk, how you speak, how you treat people, how you act. Like me, there's certain individuals I don't really associate with anymore. I isolated myself, perhaps a little too much, because that can happen, because it can become comforting and a habit forming. Like I isolated myself from doing videos and just rehashing the same shit and not going into anywhere else, and was like, why? I feel like I'm stuck. I'm going in a loop here, because there was something else I had to go into. It was another phase I had to go into, because it goes in phases and cycles and progressions. And trust me, you're not gonna like these motherfuckers, because these motherfuckers drive you crazy. I'm not joking. They do. They really, really, really do. But breathe. It's called a cleansing. And right now, that is what's going on with a lot of us. And it's something I had to understand too, is because a lot of individuals are going through cleansings of their soul. And even with individuals that are awakened, when they get rushed with these things that doesn't make any sense to them, they'll branch off. But you have to remember that you were once like them. So the cleansing you went through, you got to recognize that they're going through that too, and it may cause some people to lash out, or try to stop what a person is saying or doing because they don't want to face it. And you have to, and and it's something that only you can decide to journey through and do on your own, on yourself, because no one else can really help you do it. The only thing anyone can really do is just help you understand, and that's what I'm hoping this does. Trying to help you understand exactly what is going on in our world. The world is cleansing itself. It's cleansing itself of the things that has been going on way too long that just isn't right. in any kind of way, shape, or form. And it's not judging. It's just, the universe is saying it's right. God is saying it's not right. So who are we to say God is wrong? Gotcha. So with that, love, peace, blessings, and I hope everyone have a great and blessed day.